looking like that. All right, Shalom. Let's just turn this off. All right, Shalom. For the fourth one, give our praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh. Ba'ashim Yahushai. Ba'ashim Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostle and the elder of the great millstone. And so I can across the globe, pushing the word. Truth and sincerity, want to say Shalom. I was looking at various topics. I want to get into this Jaden Ivey. I know brother's been doing videos on it, things, and I read an article today where they had him out there teaching. I couldn't find the video. I didn't really look for it that hard, but they had a screenshot of it. They had put on social media. So, but he was out there, and people gotta understand that we're coming to the end now where people are waking up to the truth. They're waking up to the hypocrisy, the secrecy, the agenda pushing of certain lifestyles and certain various alternative ways of living. People are getting hooked, are getting hip to it. It's talk about knowledge shall increase, and it has. People are. You got a lot of people walking away from the of the churches. You have people, doing their own research. Going into things that we have been starting with the elders and apostles, of course, on down. Have been preaching and bringing to light for many, many moons. And Esau being uncovered. I mean, his foreskin is being uncovered, and his works are being brought in the open. His blood is being brought in the open. And for somebody to speak out and with the risk of losing his livelihood, because that's what he did. It's good. Matter of fact, let's get this real quick. Excuse me. What they did is took away that man's living. It says Sirach 34 and 21. It says the bread of the needy is their life, and he that defraudeth him thereof is a man of blood. I know they signed these contracts where they're got to be politically correct. They're not able to really voice their true thoughts and opinions about moral matters, about political matters, societal matters, if that's a word, without being penalized, fined or blackballed or muffled or muted, or slandered across social media. It says verse 22, it says, he that taketh away his neighbor's living slayeth him, and he that defraudeth the labor of his hire is a bloodshedder, man. Regardless of what this man has said, first of all, it was the truth, okay? Second of all, we thought we have freedom of speech, which just goes to show you that the powers to be who are in control of this place don't adhere by the basic human rights, and to fire this man for making a living, all right, from taking care of his family, it's the same as killing them, all right. So let's get to Amos 5 and 10. It says, they hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly, man. And they show their hate by quieting him, releasing him from the team. All right, now he has a smudge upon his name that I highly doubt that he's going to be able to be presented with the opportunity to have another career in the NBA. And what he did was nothing but speak against the wickedness of America, the wickedness against society. All right, because you believe in the Bible, but the Bible strictly prohibits you from same-sex marriage, man. And this is something that let's say, woe to them. Let's get that. These are all precepts that we've heard and brother been bringing out. It says Isaiah 5:20, it says, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter, man. All right, you go in that word woe, it means destruction. All right, calling evil good is actually saying that the things that are bad are good in society, man. And what he spoke about against was nothing but coming out the scriptures, man. All right, these people want to hear smooth things. They don't want to be taught the truth. They don't want to hear the truth. All right, but yet the truth, he says, the truth shall set you free. You know, and when you have this platform and when you're getting paid multiple millions and so-called being role models or being a spokesperson for certain corporations or businesses, you know, they expect you to adhere to the contract and follow their rules, man. But as soon as you step outside of that, all right, call them out on their hypocrisy and their bullshit, now you're getting fired. Now you're getting created a homophobe or anti-Semitic. But in all actuality, these are in the scriptures, man. Paul said this. Paul said, no, I don't think it Paul. It's in the Gospels. It's in the Gospels. Let's see. Right, Galatians. It is in Galatians. Galatians 4:16. It says, "Am I therefore becoming your enemy because I tell you the truth? And what the man spoke was no lie." All right. That is one of the law, statutes, commandments followed that was given to us by Moses through Yahweh Shai himself, man. All right, and all he did was tell the truth that those type of actions are not righteous in the eyes of the Lord, man. Okay, let me see. They get this. In Ecclesiastes 10:6, it says, "Folly is set." No, let's start at 5. It says Ecclesiastes 10:5. So there is an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceedeth from the ruler, man. All right, and it is evil. You know where evil means bad times. All right, it is bad times when you're not able to use your freedom of speech to voice your opinion, to address wrongdoings, to voice the injustice that's going on in our courts, that's going on in our communities. All right, and it's all because of who's in authority right now. Matter of fact, let's get this. It says in Sirach, it says as the ruler, so the officers, right? The Ecclesiastes 10 and it says a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered, right, man? And how you gonna be a wise judge when you're promoting those type of activities, man? All right, those type of things that are a total abomination to the Lord. All right, we're supposed to be teaching our people, all right, the laws, statutes, commandments of Yahweh Shai, man. All right, not to be teaching them to follow the ways of the heathen. All right, not to go against the scriptures, promoting this Moism. Okay, so as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. You know, and these owners of these teams, these presidents of these corporations, these people who are held in who have high status in society, you're going to go along with the status quo. All right, when the scriptures clearly tell you that those acts are worthy of death, man. Okay, so these owners of these teams, these officials, these mayors, nobody's fighting for that young man. All right, nobody. Where's the NAACP? Where's the where's the what's that? Who do the jobs? All right, those I forgot the name of them people, man. All right, cause really, like you really just fired a man for no reason, all because he spoke the truth, not his truth, the truth. All right, you know, and this lets you know that this truth is people are taking a stand. All right, Verse 6, it says, for folly is in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. You know, and that's folly, all right, to sit here and have a league, entertainment league, all right, where you men run around in Greekish fashion promoting these alphabet communities, all right, and expect everybody who's employed by them to agree, you know? Because what he's done is nothing that, but promote the vibration of Yahweh Shai, which should be in this earth. You know, it's talk about lying with mankind as a lie with woman, man. All right, these things are worthy of death in the eyes of the Lord. All right, so with that, I want to say, Call Halal, Yahweh Shai, I want to say, Apostle and the Elder of the Great Millstone. Till next time, Shalom and a Bible Ball.